Welcome to this video guide on eating well after 70. This resource provides simple, practical nutritional information to help older adults and their loved ones stay strong, steady, and independent. Please note that this is general educational information and not a substitute for professional medical advice. This guide is designed for older adults looking to maintain their independence, as well as family, friends, and caregivers who assist with daily meals. It is written in plain language. You can read the nutrient sections to understand changing needs, jump to specific challenges as needed, and always consult a doctor before making significant dietary changes. This video is organized into 5 parts. We start with the foundations of aging nutrition, move through key nutrients, address common challenges like appetite, explore everyday living with tips for meals and shopping, and wrap up with essential takeaways. Why does eating well change with age? It comes down to a quiet mismatch. As we age, our bodies typically require fewer calories due to decreased activity and slower metabolism, yet our need for certain nutrients actually increases. Quality nutrition becomes more important than quantity. Aging brings natural changes to the body, such as a gradual loss of muscle mass, a slower digestive process, and changes in how we absorb fluids and certain vitamins. While these changes are common, understanding them allows us to better plan meals that fit our specific needs. Moving into part 1, let's look at the foundations. Before diving into individual nutrients, we will focus on 3 core ideas that make the rest of the information easier to apply. The cornerstone of a healthy lifestyle is a balanced diet. A plant-forward approach, like the Mediterranean pattern, provides the protein, vitamins, and fiber the body needs. Remember these 5 habits. Include protein at every meal. Fill up on fruits and vegetables. Choose whole grains. Hydrate throughout the day and limit fat, sugar, and salt. When eating less overall, it is vital that every calorie counts. Focus on nutrient-dense foods like lean meats, dairy, fruits, and vegetables. Keep, empty calorie sources, such as sugary drinks or fried snacks, as occasional treats rather than daily staples. There is no single number for energy needs, as they depend on your activity level and health. Instead of counting calories, watch the scale and the mirror. If you notice unplanned weight loss, it's a sign that you need to prioritize making every bite count. In part 2, we explore the nutrients that matter most. Getting the right amount of these specific nutrients can make a significant difference in your health after 70. Protein is essential. Because muscle is lost more easily with age, your protein needs actually increase. Aim for 1.0 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight daily. Strong muscles support better balance and help you stay independent for longer. To get enough protein, try to spread it evenly across all 3 meals. About 25 to 30 grams at each sitting is more effective for muscle building than one large serving. Use simple staples like eggs, yogurt, fish, or nuts to reach your daily goal. Calcium and vitamin D work as a pair to maintain bone health. Calcium, ideally 1,200 milligrams daily, is best absorbed in small amounts. Vitamin D helps the body absorb that calcium, and since older skin makes less, you may need to look to diet or supplements for your 800 IU daily requirement. Vitamin B12 is another key nutrient, but it can be harder to absorb with age. To maintain healthy nerves and red blood cells, eat B12-rich foods, choose fortified products, or talk to your doctor about a supplement or a simple blood test to check your levels. Finally, consider the trio of folate, B6, and B12. Getting these from your diet helps keep a chemical called homocysteine in check, which supports both heart and brain health. Eating a diverse, healthy diet is a great way to support these vital systems. Next, let's talk about fiber. It is a powerful digestive helper. Older adults should aim for 25 to 30 grams daily. Fiber keeps you regular, helps steady blood sugar, and helps lower cholesterol. Find it in whole grains, fruits, vegetables, beans, and nuts. Increase intake gradually, and drink plenty of fluids to avoid bloating. When it comes to fats, quality matters more than quantity. Fat is calorie-dense, so choose healthy options like oily fish, olive oil, and nuts. Limit processed meats, fried foods, and products high in saturated or trans fats. If you are underweight or struggling to eat, however, adding healthy fats is a smart way to boost calories. Carbohydrates are your body's main fuel source. Focus on complex carbohydrates, such as whole grain bread, oats, and potatoes with skin. These release energy slowly and provide essential fiber. Limit simple carbohydrates like sugary drinks, sweets, and white bread, which offer quick energy but lead to a dip and lack nutritional benefits. Water is an often overlooked nutrient. Thirst sensations can fade with age, and kidneys may hold water less efficiently. Aim for 6 to 8 cups of fluid daily. Good hydration supports focus and helps prevent falls and infections. If you don't feel thirsty, make drinking a regular habit throughout the day. Keeping salt in check is crucial, as too much sodium raises blood pressure. The AHA ideal is 1,500 milligrams daily, staying under 2,300 milligrams. Avoid hidden salt in processed and tinned foods. Instead, season meals with herbs, spices, lemon or garlic, and cook more from fresh to maintain control over your intake. Putting it all together, think of your plate as a guide for a balanced day. Fill half your plate with fruit and vegetables, and fill the rest with whole grains and a source of protein at every meal. Include calcium-rich dairy or alternatives, drink plenty of fluids, and consider a supplement to fill any remaining gaps. In Part 3, we address common challenges. Eating can become difficult for many reasons, from changes in appetite to physical barriers. Recognizing these issues early is the first step toward finding practical, effective solutions to keep you nourished and healthy. A fading appetite, sometimes called anorexia of aging, is very common. It often stems from a combination of slower digestion, blunted taste, medication side effects, or social isolation. Because you may eat 25 to 30% less than a younger adult, it is critical to prioritize nutrient-dense food to prevent unintended weight loss. To boost a small appetite, try the little and often approach. Offer small, appealing meals every few hours rather than 3 large ones. Use smaller plates to make portions look manageable, eat in good company whenever possible, and keep mealtimes calm. Sometimes, a gentle walk before a meal can also help wake up your hunger. Chewing difficulties often lead people to avoid nutrient-rich foods like meat, raw fruits, and vegetables. To manage this, choose softer textures like stewed meat, eggs, or fish, and add gravies or sauces for moisture. Keeping dentures well fitted and maintaining regular dental checks are also essential steps to making eating comfortable again. Swallowing difficulty, or dysphagia, is a serious concern. Watch for signs like coughing during meals, food feeling stuck, or a gurgly voice. Always report these symptoms to a doctor for a proper assessment. In the meantime, sit fully upright, slow down, and adjust food textures, as advised by a professional. When food loses its taste or smell, it becomes less appealing. This is common, but you can bring the flavor back. Use herbs, spices, garlic, or a splash of vinegar to enhance meals without relying on extra salt or sugar. Since you might not notice spoiled food, pay close attention to house-by dates and safe fridge storage. Dry mouth, or xerostomia, can affect chewing, swallowing, and oral health. If medication is the cause, ask your doctor for a review. For daily relief, take small sips of water with meals and moisten food with soups or gravies. Consistent oral hygiene is vital to protect your teeth when saliva production is low. Constipation is a common but manageable issue. The secret is the 3-habit approach. Increase fiber, maintain high fluid intake, and keep active with gentle daily movement. Establish a regular, unhurried time for the bathroom, ideally after breakfast, and never ignore the urge to go. Keeping regular will also improve your overall appetite. Finally, know the signs of dehydration, as thirst is not always reliable. Watch for dark urine, dry mouth, dizziness, or new confusion. Prevent it by making drinking a routine, keeping fluids within reach, and offering water-rich foods like melon or soup. Seek medical help if you notice sudden changes or persistent inability to keep fluids down. In this next section, we focus on unplanned weight loss. This is often the most important red flag in older adults. Losing weight without trying is a clear warning that something may be wrong, whether it is an underlying illness or a simple nutritional deficiency. If you notice rings or clothes becoming loose, it is time to check with a doctor. The food-first approach means making every bite count without needing special supplements. Start by enriching your everyday food. Stir in cream, butter, or olive oil. Add grated cheese to your soups or mash, or mix milk powder into porridge and sauces. Also, add extra snacks like yogurt or nuts between meals. If normal food and the food-first approach aren't quite enough, oral nutritional supplements can act as a helpful top-up. These drinks or powders are packed with extra calories and protein. Remember, they are designed to be used alongside meals to boost your intake, not as a replacement for real food. Many older adults take multiple medications, and some can quietly affect appetite, taste, or nutrient absorption. If you notice changes in how you eat, ask your doctor or pharmacist for a medication review. Always follow instructions on whether to take pills with food or on an empty stomach, and keep an up-to-date list of all your medicines. Loneliness and low mood are often hidden drivers of poor nutrition. Eating alone can remove the pleasure of a meal, while depression can dull your appetite. Sharing meals with friends or family, joining a lunch club, or even simple social contact can be one of the best ways to boost both your spirits and your calorie intake. Welcome to Part 4, Everyday Living. Here, we turn these nutritional concepts into practical habits, covering meal planning, shopping tips, and how to manage common health conditions. Mealtimes should be something to enjoy. How you eat is just as important as what you eat. Try to eat with others, sit at a table rather than in front of the TV, and keep the atmosphere relaxed. Appeal to your senses by making plates colorful and serving warm, fragrant food that wakes your appetite. On harder days when energy or motivation is low, have simple shortcuts ready. Keep a well-stocked cupboard with tinned fish, soup, and frozen meals. Don't be afraid to cook once and eat twice by freezing portions. If you need support, accept help from family, friends, or services like Meals on Wheels to ensure you are still eating well. Here is an example of a balanced day. Start with porridge and an egg for breakfast. Have yogurt or cheese as a mid-morning snack. For lunch, try fish or an omelet. Enjoy a milky drink in the afternoon, followed by a protein-rich dinner like a chicken or lentil stew. A small toast supper before bed finishes the day. While undernutrition is a major concern, carrying extra weight can also strain joints, heart, and mobility. If you need to lose weight, avoid crash diets. Instead, trim back on unhealthy fats and sugars while keeping protein high to protect your muscle. Combine this with gentle, steady changes and strength training under the guidance of your doctor. Different conditions have different nutritional needs. For heart health, focus on reducing salt and choosing healthy fats. For diabetes, keep meal sizes and timing steady. For Parkinson's, ensure plenty of fiber and fluid to aid digestion, and discuss with your doctor how to time your protein intake around your medication. When should you call the doctor? Be proactive. Watch for unplanned weight loss, difficulty swallowing or persistent coughing, signs of dehydration like confusion or dark urine, a sustained drop in appetite, low mood, or any new symptoms like pain or wounds that are slow to heal. Early assessment is always better than waiting. Here is a quick at-home checklist to gauge your risk. Has your appetite dropped lately? Is your weight falling without effort? Are you eating fewer than 2 meals a day? Do you have trouble chewing or swallowing? Are you drinking enough fluid? And do you need help to shop or cook? If you answer yes to several, speak to your doctor. If you are a caregiver, remember this checklist. Prioritize protein at every meal, keep fluids in reach, serve small portions often, and enrich food if weight begins to slip. Watch for changes in appetite or mood, check in on oral health, keep meals social, and always review medications. Most importantly, look after yourself so you can continue to help. To wrap up, remember these 6 things. Prioritize protein, drink throughout the day, include fiber, enrich your food if appetite is low, watch for weight changes, and enjoy social mealtimes. Eating well is one of the most powerful things you can do to stay strong and independent. It is never too late to start making those changes.